Hi, hello, and welcome back to Elizabeth O Knows. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm so excited to have you here in this short and sweet video where I do a quick recap of what my Lent season was like. Sorry, that was an awkward pause. But yeah, I wanted to just sit down really quickly. It's Good Friday. It's like 6:10. I need to leave my house in like 10 minutes because I have Mass this evening, Good Friday evening Mass at church at 7, and I need to leave here soon. But I thought that it would be honestly perfect for me to just take a second to sit down, take a deep breath with you, and share with you what Lent was like for me this year. So it's so crazy to even think that about 40 days ago, I sat in this exact spot with a different hairstyle, of course. No, seriously. About 40 days ago, I sat in this exact spot to share with you what my plan for Lent was going to be, what I hope to gain, what I hope to accomplish through it all. And here we are on Good Friday, and I'm about to tell you. So let's get right into it. If you watched that video, I gave kind of a brief overview of what Lent is for, at least in the Catholic Church. And so for Lent, I wanted to add one weekly holy hour where I go in for adoration into a church's adoration chapel, Eucharistic adoration. How many times can I say adoration? And just spend 1 hour each week of quiet, prayerful, intentional time with the Lord. Journaling, reading, sitting and praying, whatever it was that the Lord was calling me to do for that 1 hour, I did it. And so that was one of the best things that I could have done for myself, that I was led to do during this Lent season. And honestly, it worked out too, because like I said in that video, I was really nervous to commit to 1 hour of intentional prayer, just sitting and being with the Lord for a whole hour, 60 silent minutes each week. And it doesn't seem like a lot when you like map out how many hours we have in a week, how many days, how many seconds, all the little nitty gritty stuff. But when I tell you that it was on, and you hear, like, I don't know if you personally hear it, but those that are familiar with the Catholic Church or familiar with what I'm talking about, you know what I'm like. It just sounds cliche when I'm like, oh my gosh, adoration was literally the most life-changing experience of my life. Like, I just really, really needed it. I don't know how to come across and not be as cliche as that honestly sounds, but if you could only see the inner workings of my heart when I say that it genuinely was something that I was craving so desperately bad, to just sit in silence with the Lord. And yes, it was silent around me, but inside my head, my heart, my mind, there was so much noise that I really had to just like kind of make my way through. Just kind of make my way through with just the things that I've been dealing with recently. And it was very much, it genuinely was a life-changing experience for me that I definitely hope and pray to stick with each and every week, to go into adoration and pray for an hour. It was really, really good for me, and I definitely could feel that I grew closer with Jesus himself, and I gained a new understanding, because I'm a cradle Catholic. I'm born and raised Catholic, went to youth group, went to public school, but I went to youth group, volunteered in my church, all of that. But you know, I never really understood the why of a lot of the things that we do as practicing Catholics. And I'm not saying I figured it out in 40 days, by all means, no. Even at the end of it all, there's no way that a single person can understand what it means to like what Catholicism even is. There's just so much about what it is to be Catholic, and it's so unique to each person. That's why I love it so much, and I love this new season of life that I'm in, this new journey of learning more and diving deeper into my personal relationship with Christ, as well as my religious beliefs. And so, adoration, definitely a beautiful experience for me, and I'm really excited to continue to incorporate it into my weekly life, weekly activities. And so, yeah, so we accomplished that. if you watched my video, like I keep referencing, the one that I originally did to kind of talk about my plan, I said that during adoration that I was going to read a book and finish this Walking with Mary, literally not even 100 pages. Oh, 160 something pages. Not that long. I didn't finish this book. I got to page 39. 39. It's a beautifully written book, what I've read so far, but during adoration, most of the time I would journal. I'm a big journaling gal. I really am. I would journal, and I realized that, like, wow, I've journaled for 30 minutes, but it seems like 5 minutes that I've just been writing my thoughts and my prayers and my hopes and dreams and frustrations out on paper, and like half of my time is gone. And then I'm like, okay, well, now I need to sit and really, like, I like to read back over what I'd written, because usually I'm writing. I'm literally writing. There's like punctuation errors, or I spelled something wrong, or like something random like that, and I'm just like, okay, I need to fix that, or I need to just like reread it and just really this time, like, I'm not like scrambling to get it all on paper, but now I'm like, let me just sit with it. Let me pray. Let me think about what it is that I've written on these pages. And so then by the time I've done all that and I'm praying and I'm meditating and just really reflecting on all of that, it's basically been an hour, and I'm just not, my mind is not in a place to pick up a book and read, which is okay, because that's what makes adoration so beautiful and prayer so beautiful, because again, it's unique. You can come to the adoration chapel with a laptop and work on work or homework, or just bring yourself and just sit there and be with Jesus in such an intimate, prayerful time. I love it. So I didn't read this book. I didn't finish it, but I'm not upset about it. I'm not, because either way, I allowed myself to be led during that hour of like, okay, Lord, what is it that you want me to do during this time? How do you want me to grow closer to you? What is it that you're calling me here in this time set aside for you and me? So we're okay. Didn't finish this. Another thing that I did during this Lent that I actually did not share about in the part 1 of this video series, I guess, if you will, was the fact that I actually have been on a dating fast. I don't think I've actually ever talked about dating on my channel yet, for personal reasons. Even like outside of like the World Wide Web, I literally just tell my family and my close friends, and that's it. That's all who knows that there is a man in my life. Other than that, no one knows a thing until there's something to know. So I've just been, my dating experience as a whole, I guess, to like wrap it up in a bow, I could honestly do a whole separate video about that. But for the purpose of this video, yes, like probably like a few days before Ash Wednesday, a guy that I had been talking to for a few months there, things didn't work out. I was bummed out about it. I was like, are you kidding? Like, really, I saw this going one way, I guess it's going a different way. Boohoo, when like, you naturally react to something ending that you didn't see ending, or that you didn't want ending. And so I took that to prayer. I was like, okay, Lord, you know what? It's actually time for me to just literally do what has been like suggested to me and just surrender it all to you, Lord. I am giving it to you all. And as easy as I'm saying it right now, 40 days ago, I was literally tears, sobbing, like in the adoration chapel, like, Lord, I don't know what's going on. Like drama, literal drama. 40 days later, I'm like, Lord, you have a magnificent plan for me, and I'm so excited to continue to see it unfold before my eyes. So back to the dating fast. I told myself, I was like, you know what, Lord, I'm deleting the dating apps. If a boy comes up to me and asks me out in person, I'm gonna tell him, you're great. But for now, I'm on this fast. It's Lent. I'm really just wanting to give my whole self to the Lord and just really listen to his call for me. Oh my gosh, the sun is literally so bright. But anyway, yes, I told myself I'm deleting the apps. I'm not saying yes to any dates for the Lent season. I'm really going to, I don't want any distractions from my time with the Lord. And I was distraught. I was like, could I really go 40 days without going on a date? Like, literally, I was freaking out. Even in a journal entry, like a day or two, maybe it was Ash Wednesday. I was like, what if I miss out on the one because of these 40 days I'm not on the apps or I'm not saying yes to dates? And then like the following line I quickly wrote, I was like, no, what's meant to be mine will be mine at the right time, in the right place. Like, it's okay. God's got a plan. And it's so funny because I tearfully wrote those words in my journal. And here we are, it's Good Friday. And I feel so much more at peace, like just knowing that like, okay, God really does have a plan for me in that department. Will I still continue to go on this dating fast? I don't know yet. I gave myself until Easter, and I was like, okay, Easter Sunday, we can re-download those apps, go on these dates, and yeah. But Easter is literally in a few days, and I'm just like, I like the growth that I've been experiencing within myself, like emotional growth, emotional healing, strength. I've started strength training for like physical strength increase, but then I also love the fact that I feel stronger on the inside too. And I'm not saying that like dating a guy makes me weak, but I have fallen into the trap where, you know, like boy likes girl, girl likes boy, and it's just like, you know, they become part of your world and you're like heart eyes, heart, sparkles, like everything's sunshine and sparkles, and it's great. And I personally I've had in the past, because we're not doing that again in the future. In my past, my relationship with Christ shifts, or certain parts of it are put on pause or hold, or not right now, or I'll get to it later when there's a guy in the picture for me. And, you know, these past 40 days, I told myself, I was like, no, like the Lord he continues to save my life each and every day. And I was praying to the Lord. I was like, okay, Lord, please forgive me for the times that I have genuinely put a guy above you, above our relationship. And so the purpose of the dating fast for me, is to, I guess I'm still on it, is to really make sure that my heart is towards the Lord, that my eyes are towards the Lord, and that he will take me, like he continues to take me by the hand, but I too will like actually feel his embrace to be led to what it is he's calling me to do. Does that make sense? I don't know. I hope it makes sense in my head. So I hope that I'm explaining it appropriately, correctly, like how I'm thinking it. I don't know. But anyway, I guess all in all, the purpose of my dating fast and what the Lord made clear to me is that, yes, I have struggled in the past putting a guy over the Lord, over my relationship with Christ, over my beliefs and things like that. And I know that that's not what I want to do or who I want to be when I'm in a relationship with the right guy. And so even though it's been 40 days, it's not like it's been like a few months or anything, but even alone in the short time frame of the 40 days, how much I've learned from past mistakes, from past situations, from past relationships, I'm just like, wow, mind blown. Okay, God, you, wow, I could have done without some of the tears and some of the situations. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. But, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it's the timing of it all. Whenever I hear like, oh, God works in mysterious ways, God works, his timing is this and that, there's truth to that. There really is truth to that in my life personally, and in the lives of like my family and my friends and others who I look up to as role models. I'm just like, okay, yeah, God's timing is actually pretty amazing. It's really amazing. And it's like, why do I want to chase after something or someone that's very, very vividly clear, like bells ringing, flags flagging, like it's not for you, Liz. But I'm just like, let's go for it though. Not this time. Not this time. And that's what I hoped 40 days ago that I would get out of the dating fast. But 40 days ago, I might have seemed like I was doing well, but I really wasn't. I wasn't. I had my good days and my not so good days. But yeah, as I sit here and I just kind of think back to when I made part 1 of this video, like even just today, thinking about what I did all day today to prepare for the Easter celebration on Sunday, I'm just like, wow, okay, God. If I'm feeling this great now by your glory and by your grace, I know that like you've got a plan for me. And so, I don't know, I wanted to, like I said, I don't ever talk about like my dating life, my dating experiences. I'm very private in that area, but I don't know, I hope that little snippet helps you, or you share a little bit of my story with someone that you know who might need it or who has had similar experiences. I don't know yet if I'm gonna talk a little bit more, do another video about like dating or whatever, I don't know. But I figured that I wanted to share about the dating fast that I was, forced seems like a strong word, that I was led to because of the circumstance at hand. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. I didn't, if I was still talking to that guy, like I said, like early, like 40 days ago, if I was still talking with him and dating and things like that, would I have gone on the dating fast and be where I'm at right now in regards to thinking about relationships and self-love and things like that? No, I wouldn't. More than likely, I would be figuring out how to just make it work and things like that. But God knew, I need you to get your priorities straight, and you know, I want you to love yourself, forgive yourself, and I've got you, girl. That's what I imagine God is saying to me through my tears and like huffing and puffing in the Adoration Chapel. But anyway, I hope that you stuck around for this video and my rambling and my like chat about how Lent was. Hopefully you can tell that it was good. And I do want to also reiterate and say that like Lent for each person is very different. It's very unique. It's a very experience. I'm so beyond thankful that my Lenten journey this year was the way that it was, and I experienced what I experienced. I am not saying that I was smiling through it all and I was like, no, there were some moments where I literally would lay in my bed just crying out to God, like, oh my gosh, what plan do you have for me? Like, I'm really thankful that this year's Lent for me has been like this for me. Like, I learned a lot, gained a lot, and I'm excited to learn more and to see where I'm at in the next 40 days. Like, just because Lent is done doesn't mean that like my journey, my faith journey is done too, and like that room to grow and learn and deepen my faith and relationship is done. No, that's not, no. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And if this is the beginning and it's this sweet and lovely and bright, by God's grace, I'm looking forward to seeing what God's plan is and what it's gonna look like for me, for you, for all of us. And so, yeah. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at in life. I really do hope that you're doing okay and that you know just how much you are cared for, loved, cherished, valued, wanted. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful Easter celebration if you are someone who celebrates Easter. If not, I hope you have a great day as well. And as always, if you want to continue to stay in the know, follow Elizabeth O by subscribing to my YouTube channel and following me on Instagram. I will see you in my next video. Bye.